Ruth, Andrew. Hello, Ruth. Some music in the background there. It's nice.
I You're on my earphones because it's school holidays. Little one's watching telly, so
That's
I'll
all right.
I'll put you on mute so you can't hear anything.
That's all right. Hey, Andrew.
Hi, David.
We meet
Long time no
again.
see. Yes, it. Yeah, long time no see.
Long time no see. All
Can I ask you
right.
a question, David, quickly?
Sure.
I've got the certificate on my email, but when I'm trying to download it or trying to go onto it, it's not coming up on my name, and I'm unable to download it. I can view
Just
certificate.
do a screenshot of it.
Yeah, okay, and then send it over. Yeah, but when I go onto it, it hasn't got my name. It's got a what's it got? Recipient. Maybe I didn't fit it in somewhere. Recipient full name. Okay, I'll work it out and I'll screenshot it.
Yeah, just send it to me as long as I know that you've done it.
Yeah.
And it's easy for you because we're tracking your organization, the people that are in your organization. It's not like you're an individual that's come in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like your organization's a certified Maoni organization as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No worries.
Cool.
I'll get it sent over.
Great, thanks. All right. Do you want to build the container again?
Yeah, can do. Yeah. David, how you checking in?
Me, I'm checking in. Nice to see you. Nice to see you both. Yeah. So I feel I'm so busy and so my head's like all the time. And I got this blocked ear, which also isn't great. So, and I can hear I'm shouting. I'll tag Ruth.
Thanks, David. Yeah, I'm good. My head's full of busy as well. I've just been getting a load of edits to do on that work we were talking about, so my head's just it's all over trying to figure out what I need to do. But other than that, yeah, I'm good. And thank you for letting me be. So I'm still really grateful.
Cool.
Thank you.
Andrew, back to you.
Yeah, I'll check in. I'm feeling it's, yeah good today. I've been a busy few weeks, but I'm got annual leave next 2 weeks, so I've got a couple of days to go. Feeling like I'm on top of things and heading into my annual leave in a good place. So yeah, I'm happy.
Okay, great. So, Ruth, what number class is this for you?
I have no idea. I haven't been keeping count.
Okay, all right. And Andrew, what number class is this for you?
I think this is 6. I think,
6. Okay.
yeah, I think so.
All right. So let me just and maybe this is for my own good, just to recap this all for you. When we have the Collins window, yeah, and in there we have the medical world, the biopsychosocial world, the mentorship world, yeah, and here's a recovery coaching world, yeah, and we work in this space here above treatment, and we work in wellness. Yep. And when we're working in a lived experienced organization that's working in the treatment space, or like you with what's your organization called now?
Recover together.
Recover Together, you would receive people that have come from these worlds. Yep. And this is the path of the peer recovery specialist and the professional recovery coach. Yep. The systemic wellness practitioner is for people that are working here. Yep. Working with leaders or leadership. And I've spelled that wrong, but still. Managers, management. Yep. And then the workforce. Yep. And so we're focusing on this area, on this intersection. So, and this is systemic wellness practitioner. Yeah. So Andrew, on your journey, your first 20 weeks was this. Yeah. Your next, sorry, and the next 20 was that. And then this is your 10. Yep. Ruth, you did this with your 3-day training. Yep. Then you're catching up these hours here, which I don't know which classes you're coming to and how much and where you are. Yep. And then you're doing this as well. Yep. All right. And Ruth, what you're doing is you're developing your own practice. Yep. That's specializing in neurodivergent recovery. Can you say that?
It's not recovery, more sort of sustaining well-being, functioning, the whole.
Yeah, great. Okay. So working with wellness within organizations with a neurodivergent culture.
Yeah.
Yep. Like
Right.
suddenly I'm off my fucking head. Yep. Your words.
Well, just because we're both the same. I wouldn't call you if I didn't call myself it.
Yeah. No, you didn't put it words like that, but I mean, I know I'm different. Yeah. And I know I think differently, behave differently. And I know other people find me peculiar at times. I don't find myself peculiar. And what I do find sometimes is it's peculiar that people think I'm peculiar because, like, what do you mean you don't get it? So what's completely normal for me, and in my role as a leader and a manager, I've needed to restrain and understand that sort of stuff in my leadership. Yep. So I become obsessive. I get very passionate about stuff. I can fucking, and that impacts the culture of the organization I work with. Yep. It impacts the structure. Yeah, because I hate structure. I work up here, fucking in the clouds. Yeah. And I need to understand the impact my personality is having on the workforce and on the management in the workforce and the other leaders in the workforce.
But also the managers need to understand your personality for how you are going to work within that organization.
Exactly. And that's the diversity part. And that's what this training's about, is to support everyone around that using coaching skills. So that's the thinking of the training. God, it's hard with a blocked ear. I keep feeling like I'm falling over.
Oh.
Boy, it almost unpopped there.
Are you dizzy with it?
Huh?
Are you dizzy with it?
Dizzy?
Yeah, with the blocked ear.
Yeah. I haven't been feeling great for the past couple of days.
So the best thing to take for it is phenelazine. It's actually travel sickness tablets, and it works a treat.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, all right.
Right. So let's go. Andrew, let's start with you. How's your organization going with the brand name change? Because they're going to have to buy you new t-shirts.
I know I'm still wearing the old one. It's quite a comfy t-shirt, so I'm keeping it for the time being. Yeah, I think it's been okay. A lot of it is a lot of work's been done, away from the people that are doing the day-to-day work, as in the on the ground work. So it's felt fairly seamless from my point of view. I imagine it hasn't been from their point of view. It's been putting a hell of a lot of work to get there, getting the community all changed, getting everything, social media, whatever's needed doing. I feel like everyone's happy with it. Everyone feels like it's a better suited name to what we do. It's getting away from that previous link from Epic Global, which is what they wanted as well for political reasons and bits. So overall, it's been a positive change. The hardest bit is just remembering not to say Epic Restart Foundation whenever I join a call or group or whatever like that. Remember to say the name is probably the hardest bit for me. But other than that, it's been. I think the people that have been there longer have found it a bit. There was a bit more resistance to certain people wanting to let go of the old name because they were used to it for so long. And
what's the new name again?
Recover Together. But other than that, yeah, it seems to have gone smoothly. Oh, yeah, we got it on there now. Yes, I keep forgetting to do that. I don't see any. I think it's going to make a positive impact moving forward. I think it will help towards funding bids. I think it will help towards people recognising what we do quicker. Everyone in the space knows what Epic Restart Foundation do, but I guarantee that Ruth probably, if I said to you before we met me, what does Epic Restart Foundation do, you wouldn't even be able to guess what it does in regards to gambling harm. So there's a bit more of an idea of what.
So the name is more aligned to what your organization does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So this is the whole organization. Yep. You don't do treatment, but you do work with treatment facilities. Yep. For people that are coming out of treatment, and now how do you rebuild your life?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. What else?
From a branding point of view.
Well, you've got a new name.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's institutional history, which the people that started the organization, yep, are attached to.
Yeah.
Yep. And that might be harder for them to let go of that. Yeah. But someone like you who's kind of new to the organization and has an NHS background, it's easier for you to move to the new name if you could just remember to say it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for you, it's more like, oh no, we're not that anymore with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas somebody else might have some attachment to, we're not that anymore with this, and fucking I don't want to be this, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Or it might be, we're not that anymore with this. Thank God we're not that anymore because rah, 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 rah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think for I went through the program myself a few years ago, so I kind of have a bit of an attachment to the old name. But
Okay.
I think what also helped was they involved everyone in the process. So as much as they were doing it, we met up as a team a couple of times to really go through and discuss it.
So you got buy-in.
Yeah. So everyone had their views, and it went with basically eliminated. There was a load of options on the table, a load of suggestions going around, and we were able to eliminate the ones we didn't want. So it wasn't like it was a name was thrown at us without consideration.
So it's not something like I would do. I'd wake up one morning with a fucking brain like, right, we call this now because that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And just charge off and then wonder where is everyone?
Yeah, deal with it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, deal with it. So fucking we change that. Of course it's a good idea. I thought about it. And being very dictatorship in my leadership as opposed to inclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Collaborative.
I think that's one of the big things about where we work, because everyone is very lived experience focused, obviously it's a zero, but it's they are very understanding of what the importance of everyone in the team and making sure that everyone feels valued within it. And I certainly felt that, and I think there's some good discussions around it. And funnily enough, all the suggestions that they came to the table with Recover Together was not one of them. So it's come out of completely taking bits of it and then putting something else together to make it.
Oh wow! Okay.
But there was never a name that was going to stand out. I think with names as well, it's very rarely you get like a name or something that you feel like is going to work straight away. You don't know it's going to work until you start using it, and there's nothing to tell you what's a good name or not. what's to say Nike was a good name, but it took off and went off. And I don't know what a tagline is yet. I don't know if we've got a tagline. If we've got one, I haven't been told it, but I haven't looked. Which presumably has something to do with gambling, the tagline, I'm guessing, when it comes along.
So we became the Ubuntu Addiction Community Trust in South Africa. Yeah. And I thought that would be a good idea. Yep. Little did I realize that people don't want to be associated with addiction, the word addiction, and there was so much stigma around it. And funders, because we were a charity, corporate funders want to give money to something that makes them look good. Yeah. So why would they want to be seen giving money to drug addicts? Because they're just fucking useless scum of the earth people that need to just stop taking drugs and pull themselves together. That's the mindset in. We'd much rather give money to HIV, to cancer, to children, and not understanding the connection. The second thing was, well, learning from that. I mean, it took us 3 years to establish the trust. Now to change the name is a fucking nightmare as well. So we're not going to do that. But when I came to England to set up a kick, I wanted to use the same thing, but I called it the Ubuntu Academy of Coaching and Training. And with the mind thing to tell funders, you're paying for people's education. Okay. My challenge here in the UK is, what does Ubuntu mean? Ubuntu, what? People don't know what the word Ubuntu means. Are you a software company? Yeah. So on the UK side, which is very kind of like we're British and we keep this to ourselves, I've come up with the London Recovery Coaching Campus. Yeah. So in the UK, that's what. And we're part of the CLERO registered organized College of Lived Experience. And yeah, it's a very, but the word Mauni, which people don't understand as well, yeah, they can't even say it properly, comes from our teaching, Ma, which is relationship, and uni for universal. Yeah. So that's how we came up with the word Maoni, which is me and Paula. And we just kind of came up with it and said, well, let's call it this. But we didn't include anyone. Yeah. So then trying to get people included in this fucking name that we've created that nobody can pronounce and nobody understands what Ubuntu is. I mean, I promise you we fucked up. Yeah. So yeah. It's a very important process. Our tagline, though, is train, empower, treat. Yep, and that is quite clear. Like you're here for training. This class is training. You've come here for peer recovery, professional recovery coach, systemic wellness practitioner. That's the training to empower you to go out into organizations and do better. Okay. So Ruth, let's go to you and your organization.
Hey, do you know what? Right, I thought in case you ask me what my taglines are and I can't remember my stuff in my head, I'm getting my logos up so that I can remember them. I know kind of what they are, but I don't remember the full thing, even though I wrote them. I can't get it up. Sorry. So my organisation is Teesside Gravity.
Okay, it's very difficult to hear you. I think it's your earpiece.
You think? Is that any better? I'll get a bit closer. You have to see me ugly mug. Is that better?
Maybe a little bit.
Hang on.
Here's Ross.
Sounds like you're
Ross. Where's he? There he is.
I'm here.
You are here.
Mute.
You arrived.
Unmute. There we go.
You're here. You've arrived. How nice to see you, Ross.
Nice to see you too.
Would you
Hello,
like to
everybody.
check in?
Yeah, checking in good. Yeah, I've had a great couple of weeks, past few weeks. Loving the weather still. And yeah, all good. All good.
Great. Okay. So welcome to the Systemic Wellness Practitioner Training.
Thank you.
We're I'm not sure what we're talking about yet, but what we've covered so far is in fact, Ross has just done the peer recovery specialist training,
Yeah.
done the professional recovery coach training, and now is coming here to do the systemic wellness practitioner training around the organization he's building. Yeah. So what we've been talking about is, have you met Andrew before?
Never seen any of these two people, beautiful people.
Okay. So Andrew's from Recover Together, and
Okay.
he'll tell you about that. And
Yeah.
Ruth is from, where are you from?
Eastside Gravity.
Teesside Gravity. There we go. Let me
Side
just,
gravity.
great.
Sounds like a netball team.
How do you spell T? T-double-E?
TEESSIDE.
Gravity.
Yeah.
Great. And Ross, your jigsaw, what?
Jigsaw recovery. Yeah.
Great. Okay. All right. So, Andrew, give Ross a quick elevator speech about your organization.
So I work for Recover Together, who used to be called Epic Restart Foundation. And we help people rebuild their lives after going through gambling harm. So we're an aftercare service and coaching them through the next stage of their recovery.
Cool.
Great.
Specifically gambling.
Yeah, specifically gambling.
Cool.
Yeah. I've got lived experience in it myself, and the team's built around lived experience, and yeah, we use that to help others through it.
Cool. Nice. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. You too.
Ruth, you want to go next?
I can do. Hiya, Ross. You okay?
Hello. Yeah, good.
Good stuff. So yeah, I'm Teesside Gravity. There's two elements to what I'm building. I've got a consultancy and I've got a kick, both around neurodevelopment, neurodiversity. The consultancy is trying to get system change and some awareness around neurodiversity and to make the system fit everybody rather than people having to fit. And then the kick is a very similar thing. It's just where there's going to be a lot of training for the community, some coaching involved, counselling, also bringing in some cost of living stuff. Because I don't know if you know much about neurodiversity, but especially with me and ADHD, we have no sort of idea about where money should be spent. We just go and do a lot of impulsive spending. So just to try and get them to, that kind of shit. Sorry, I can't even think, David, today. I'm a bit distracted.
Sounds good. There's a lot going on.
No, it's great.
Good, nice. Thanks for letting me know about yourself and what you're up to. Sounds good.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Are you okay to tell them about Jigsaw Recovery?
Yeah. So Jigsaw Recovery is a private recovery practice, mainly focusing on like working professionals in the like offshore sector, so private yachting, like oil rigs, that sort of side of things, and that's it really. Yeah, I've got lived experience myself through addiction, and yeah, this is where I am now, I suppose, where I'm going. Full steam ahead. Yeah. So,
Excellent. All right. So where should we take the container now? So, like Andrew's working in a funded organization that has gone through 5 years of startup pain. Yeah. And now they're very established. Yeah. And there's a bit of stability. Yeah. Whereas Ruth and Ross, you're really at the startup phase. You're just kind of going out there and saying, fuck, this is what we're passionate about. This is what we want to do. So, and you all know about coaching, which is strengths based. The solution emerges in the container and all this sort of stuff. What would you like the rest of this class to be about? What would be helpful?
Can I ask about like the challenges of starting up your work and what challenges you're coming across?
My first challenge, tell you about it now, was about 2 hours ago. I bumped into this lady in the corridor, and she's a psychotherapist. She's got an office on the same floor as me, and she was like, "Oh, we could like cross over like clients if I ever get someone that's struggling with addiction, blah blah." It's great. But then she asked like what is your like profession? What is your like qualification or training or something like that? And I kind of like explained the lived experience side of things, but it's kind of just got me thinking. It's kind of like a challenge because she's obviously a counselor, psychotherapist, been to college and university and this and the other. I've not, and I don't plan on doing. But it's interesting to kind of see like someone's perspective on maybe or like view on the direction you should go before you get to open your own company and
I think that's very narrow-minded, isn't it? And ignorance.
I don't think she was being narrow-minded or ignorant. I just think it's like a general, not her in particular, but I just think in general, maybe, yeah, it is quite narrow-minded and ignorant, yeah, maybe, yeah.
And lack of education, because I've had this conversation before. I'd rather, like I say, when I was giving birth, I wanted somebody who's done it before. I didn't want somebody who was reading it from a textbook or passing an exam on it just because I know that doesn't mean they know actually how it works. So I'd much rather someone with lived experience.
Yeah, I mean, what did you do, Andrew, at the start? Obviously, your lived experience and I take it, I don't know, maybe you've done some sort of training in some form along the way, like.
This is probably the main bit of training that I've done. For me, I'm a recovery coach for Recover Together, but previously at the NHS as a peer support worker, and I've definitely felt I've come across similar situations where people have trained up in that, had the education wise of it, and it was almost like at times the experience was almost like a token thing that they had. They weren't taken seriously a lot of the time, and there's people that do. There's a mixture. So there'll be people that are really kind of, because they've not got lived experience, they almost, I don't know if there's a bit of resentfulness around it, or whether there's a bit of feel like we've taken a shortcut to get to have the knowledge we've got, which is completely untrue. It's hard to know, but they just don't. Yeah, the education side of things and the clinical psychologists I was coming across, some of them were very skeptical of someone with experience giving out any sort of advice to any of the clients, and we had to be very protective of what we were going to say to them, what we're going to do, and had no trust in a lot of us a lot of the time. So yeah, I definitely come across that in NHS. Where I work now, it's very lived experience based, but we're still coming across a little bit of funding through NHS, which is now causing a bit of that again now, but I'm not seeing it as much personally at the moment. It's a tricky one. There's no, for me, I got into my team and it was talking, I suppose, joining the meetings, and actually when I was saying something, it was meaning something. So I was trying to put myself across in a professional manner and not just using my lived experience and saying all my story all the time. It depends who you come across a lot of the time, but there definitely is a stigma around it, 100%.
Okay. Can I jump in? Yeah. Ruth, do you just mind muting there? It's a bit of an echo.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right. So yeah, I was going to talk to Ross, but it looks like he's run
No,
away.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm just getting my charger lead. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so what a wonderful topic. Yeah. Educational stigma. So you get people that go out into the world and they go to university and they hit all the levels and they do all the very structured type of training. Yep. First year, second year, third year, postgrad, blah, 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 whatever. And then they become a professional in their area. Yep. And then you got us lot, yeah, that are basically used to kind of go to school or whatever, and then get thrown out into the world, and we have lived experience. Yeah. And a lot of us have fucked up, yeah, and then started to rebuild ourselves up through the lived experience route. Yep. So Ruth said, yeah, she wants to see someone who's given birth, yeah, that's actually gone through giving birth, as opposed to someone like me that hasn't done that and just says, don't worry, you'll be all right. I know what you're going through. Oh, that must be really hard. Just breathe. I was going to be like, fuck off. Yeah. You got me into this in the first place or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I have no lived experience around that. Yeah. Now, it's the same with people with substance use disorder. Yep. Some people have learnt about substance use disorder, but they were wise enough not to get into it and to end up here. Okay. Now, one of the challenges with the stigma and the substance use disorder side of it is the distance between the professional, yep, and the patient that comes in. Yeah. So in my childhood, at 12 years old, I got sent to see a psychiatrist, my dad's psychiatrist, because my dad was concerned about my behavior. Yep. But when I saw that psychiatrist, in the back of my head, I was thinking, why the fuck am I here? My dad's a violent alcoholic. He's a fucking problem. Why are you bringing me into this room? I fucking hate psychiatrists. And that trauma that lived with me stopped me from getting help from a professional that has a lot of experience. Yeah. Then when I came into this world with lived experience, yep, I thought I knew more than them because, well, I was a fucking crackhead and I don't smoke crack anymore and I got 90 days clean. Fuck you. You know, of course, I know how to tell you how to run your life and fucking give you advice on medication and do all this sort of stuff. Yep. There was such an arrogance in me based on my lived experience and no kind of humility and understanding what it's like here. Yeah. Now, the stigma that gets projected onto people with lived experience is because these guys don't understand this stuff. Yep. They have their own internal judgments in that. And what's happened is they get trained to be kind of politically correct about it and kind of go, oh, yes, peer support is so good. Yes, this is very important. But actually, in practice, it's a fuck up. Yeah. Because the environment hasn't catered for the wisdom of lived experience. Does that make sense? Because people with lived experience are fucking chaotic. We wouldn't know a fucking boundary. The only time we know a boundary is once we've kicked the door in. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I'm being a bit, what's the word I'm looking for?
Theatrical.
Theatrical. There we go. Thank you so much. What we're trying to do is to create an environment that has a mixture of lived experience to be able to build rapport with the patient, Yep. So your patient or client or whoever is here, yep, and your therapist that you're talking about, Ross, feels comfortable working with you by sending their client because they carry the institutional risk. Yep. I was like, why did you tell my fucking client to go and see this guy, Ross? He's fucking run off with them and smoking crack. Do you know what I mean? So it's their fear and their professional reputation that they get worried about. Okay, does that make sense to everyone?
Mm.
Yeah? Okay. So this block here is ABC, action, behavior, consequence. It comes from Skinner. B.F. Skinner was basically his form of teaching was behaviorism. If you don't do something, I'll beat you with a stick and then you'll do it. Yep. That sort of training for people with mental health addiction issues has been like that. Crime and punishment. Let's throw drug addicts in jail. That'll stop them from using drugs. Yeah. We know how successful that is when you send someone to rehab and they're fucking confrontational around that. Yeah. Then you get Piaget, who came up with social constructivism, which is where people learn through play. Yeah. So, and you can kind of think about it. People that learned about recovery, yeah, eventually got it once they burnt their hand enough by putting their hand on the stove. Does that make sense? Yeah. And Vygotsky, he was a Russian psychologist. He spoke about the ZPD, the zone of proximal development, the distance between the teacher and the pupil. Yeah. So when you're creating an adult learning environment or a learning environment in general, yeah, you need to be aware of the distance between you and that person. Yeah. So for me, when I bring the psychiatrist into it, yeah, not only was there distance, but there was no kind of lived experience that I could relate to. Who is this old fucking white guy? I'm a 12-year-old kid. What the fuck? Yeah. So we need to be aware of that. Yeah. And in a school environment, you'll have the older kids. Yeah. And it might be more comfortable for me to talk to a 14-year-old about sex than for me to go to the teacher and talk about sex. Yeah. And we as an institution know that we need to teach people healthy sexual behavior. Now, if the teachers have a whole lot of shame around talking about sexuality and the pupils don't know how to talk about it, dysfunctional behavior is going to happen in the system. Does that make sense? Because this is something that people need to grow up and learn. Yeah. So you need to be aware of that as well. It's like a newcomer goes to a meeting. Yeah. If everyone in the meeting's got 5 years sober, the person with 5 minutes sober isn't going to relate to the people that have got 5 years. They're going to relate to the person that's got 30 days sober. Yep, or 60 days sober, because their challenges are the same. Is that making sense? Yeah. So you want to think of it systemically. Yeah. You want to look at the bigger picture. Okay. Now, Ross, you've gone out there now and fucking lo and behold, there's a professional in your
Next door.
building that next
Fucking
door
next door.
that could be really fucking helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really helpful.
Then what happened is they asked about your qualifications, what's your path or something, and your own internal oppression came up and said, oh, fuck, I haven't done this. I haven't got a piece of paper. I haven't gone to university or whatever it was. I don't know what those voices were, but there's a real anxiety that comes up.
Yeah, it was like that for sure. Yeah, like an anxiety kind of like, oh yeah, like
Yeah.
mm,
So I've had it with Tia, my girlfriend. Yeah. We've been together for 15 years. Yeah. She's been coaching with me for 15 years. She just went and got her BACP fucking qualification. Yep. She went to university. It's been a fucking nightmare. She's not a better fucking professional or therapist or something. She's got a piece of paper and she's got some IT skills. Yep. And can say some fancy words like safeguarding or fucking, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. But there was a real thing inside of her that had and I'm not undermining what she's done. It's fucking brilliant. But inside of her getting that piece of paper, something has switched on. And she's now for some reason going, I'm a professional. And I'm on the outside saying, what the fuck? I wouldn't want to see anyone else but you. So where I'm trying to go with this, Ross, is until we can see our own brilliance with a humility that means that we've got a whole lot of shit to learn still as well. Yeah. That's where we want to get to.
mm,
Like, I have absolutely no problem sending a family member to see you, Ross.
mm,
It's like, I've seen you, I know you, I trust you, I feel safe with you. As a person, I would feel very safe sending them to you.
mm. Thanks. Yeah, I am looking forward to just feeling a bit more like stable, you know, like in like a year. I keep thinking like in a year's time, I've gone through all this, you know, I feel more confident, you know, more sort of proud and, you know, can real do things with a bit more conviction, maybe, you know. I'm looking forward to that journey, you know. I know it's obviously going to be tough at the start, but I'm really looking forward to, you know, in a year's time, just looking back and I don't know, having a pair of scissors in my office. I didn't have a pair of scissors today. An order came. I was like, "Fuck, how am I actually going to open this?" There's little things, you know, but like, and as well the big things like the mental sort of things you overcome. I'm looking forward to looking back for sure. Yeah. Mm.
So how would you, what's your line that you would introduce yourself now to a professional? What would you say to a professional now?
I'd just say I'm a recovery coach, and if they say, "Oh, like what sort of qualifications have you?" I'll just say the qualification that I've got, which is the Maui Maini. I can never pronounce it, but
You
I'll just
see,
say it.
you see
Like
what I was saying earlier about
it's pretty,
branding fuck ups.
yeah, just like that's what I'll just say how it is, isn't it? Yeah, that's the profession, that's the qualification.
Yeah. So you can say you're
Yeah.
certified through the London Recovery
Certified.
Coach,
Yeah.
certified through the London Recovery Coaching um, campus. Yeah.
Hmm.
Which is an accredited lived experience recovery organization through the
Mm.
College of Lived Experience UK. Yep. And you've done your training, yep, your basic training, and now you're going
Hmm.
out to build your practice. You should check them out. They're fucking mad.
Mm. Yeah. So it is pretty simple when you think about it. That's it. That's that's the qualification. I've got the experience. What more do you want from me, you know?
So you've got the theory, you
Mm.
got the practice, and the
Yeah.
big challenge that people have is they don't do the process.
Mm.
Now, we've just gone through a process here of where you've kind of shared your vulnerability around, fuck, I'm not good enough. I haven't got the right piece of paper.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm talking too much. What do your fellow colleagues say? Ruth, Andrew?
Sometimes what I noticed was when I worked in NHS and dealing with people with qualifications, I remember being in a meeting once and one of the assistant psychologists got asked a question by a client whether she had lived experience and she didn't know how to answer that. And she put it to the team of how to answer it. And they're all going around sort of trying to come up with this way of replying to it and responding to it, diverting the question back onto the client, all these fancy little answers. And then someone asked me, what do I think? What would I want? I just said, be honest. Just literally be honest. And it was almost like something just dropped in. Oh yeah, try that. Like they had all these fancy things, but sometimes the simple answer is right there, and because they're trying to think too much about what's going on and how to get out of that situation, it's like you're talking to a human being. What would you want someone to do to you? That whether you've got lived experience or not, or whether you're a client, you're human that wants help at that point. And being honest generally is the best way of helping them. Otherwise, how can they trust you? But yeah, it's 2 words when they were coming up with so many different lines. So as much as that education and that, and yes, they would have studied, sometimes doesn't make common sense is still there a lot of the time either. So never downplay what you do. You know, what you know and what you've got, they can never know themselves, but also you'll never know some of the stuff that they've learned either in some sort of context of working together. They need you, you need them. It's collaboration, isn't it? And never feel devalued for what you do now, you know.
Yeah.
Ruth?
Can I be totally honest, David? I'm unmedicated today and I'm distracted to hell. So can you just tell me exactly what you want me to... What was your question? I'm sorry, I'm so distracted.
No, don't apologize at all. I mean, first of all, I appreciate your openness around saying I'm unmedicated today.
Yeah, I forgot to take it this morning.
Pardon?
I didn't take it this morning. I thought I had and I hadn't, so I'm a bit weird today.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so we're talking about internal oppression, yep, and how that is stopping us from bringing our brilliance to the world in a professional way.
You asked a question of what you want because you asked for our input. So I wanted to know what input did you physically want? So
let me rather put it the other way, instead of being so fucking honest like Andrew by diverting the question and all this sort of stuff, is what's your thoughts on being qualified or unqualified, starting a practice, not...
So lived experience is important, but also the actual theory is important as well. I think you need both, and that's why the path I've gone down, I have both. So I'm the lived experience, and for the consultancy, I have a professional, and then with the kick, I've got professionals working with me like yourself, and Adam's a director. So I definitely do think you do need both, but shouldn't be ashamed of the fact that you are coming with just the experience, because that's all I'm coming with. I'm uneducated, I've got no qualifications whatsoever. I'm literally just lived experience, and it's from spotting patterns as I've gone through life, really. And I've learned about it as well. I've gone down many a rabbit hole looking at the theory around it, but then I've also asked questions about it as well. That's where a lot of my writing comes from, trying to organise my thoughts. So yeah, definitely need both.
So, and just from what would be helpful for you, Ruth, in terms of a class when you haven't taken your meds? Teach me how to be, please.
I'm learning that myself, David, because right now I feel like I'm back at school and I'm at the back of the class and I'm swinging on my chair and I'm playing with blue tack, trying to figure a way of getting that focus. So I'm learning that myself at the minute.
All right, so we'll work it out together, yeah? Yeah. All right. So from my side, swing away, play with the blue tech, come in when you want to come in. There's no right or wrong. We're just fucking learning about this stuff all together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm curious, if I may ask, what meds did you miss?
My main one, it's my Elvance, which is a stimulant. And the other ones that I take are like the afternoon ones, are top up of that to keep me going. And then I take one in the night time, which is a non-stimulant. So I've missed my main one today.
And what's that called?
Elvance.
Elvance. Okay. And it's made by?
Do you know what? I've got it over here. It was right next to me. I didn't take it. One second. Excuse the pile of washing behind me as well. I haven't sorted it yet. And you're probably wondering, well, why don't you just take it now? I
No,
can't.
but your meds probably keep you awake all night or something, or I don't
Exactly. I've got to take it at a certain time of the day, otherwise I'm literally awake all night. So I don't know if you can see it.
know. Yeah. Elvan 70 milligram. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And that's to help with your
Everything.
ADHD.
Yeah, everything for me, ADHD. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So great. So sit in the class, swing away, play with your blue tech, and we'll just go, okay. Ruth hasn't taken a meds. All right, deal with it.
It's why I can't speak coherently either. I'm really struggling to even get a thought line today. So it's
Yeah, well, it's fucking
much
great
fun.
that you're here. It's great that you're here, and I'm learning shit.
Yeah, I'm learning shit too.
Yeah, okay. All right. Ross, how are you doing?
Good. I mean, it's nice to meet some new people and yeah, learn as always. Yeah, I'm doing good. Enjoying myself.
Where are you now, by the way? Because it's a very different room from where you normally
Do you know
sit.
what? Do you want to know something?
Yeah.
It's the opposite. I'm literally just sat on the other side of the table to what I always sit on. Mad, it's crazy. I knew you were going to say that because you. Yeah, so that's where I normally sit there. Look, with the blinds
that's
closed.
normally where we see the dustbin truck coming to pick up the bins on a Tuesday morning.
Every Tuesday, exactly. That's the dustbin truck every Tuesday. But no, I thought I'd switch it up a little bit, you know.
It's quite nice.
Well, the sun comes around the front of the house in the morning, so I'll just crack the blinds open and it's got nice light. So
Yeah.
Mm.
Great. Okay. And how's the baba?
Looking great. 6 months today, 23rd.
6 months.
6 months today. What an absolute diamond she is. Yeah, she's doing great.
Oh, you're such a soppy dad.
She's honestly, she's great. Yeah.
Do you see how he kind of melted them and said, how's
I
the
got
baba?
this toy actually.
Gosh,
got this toy here. First
oh,
got
look
one
at
of these, yeah.
that.
Yeah, so you can get around. So
That is adorable.
can't walk yet, but he just swings around in it and just screams and smacks stuff.
If you've got space for one, a door swing's awesome.
I've got one of those as well, actually.
They're
Got it
incredible. All man loved it. I've got 3 girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funsies.
Are they a bit older now, are they?
Eldest is 20 and the youngest is 7.
No.
Yeah, it's all fun. You've got lots of fun times to come.
Yeah, I imagine, yeah. Looking forward to it.
It's good.
Andrew, how many kids you got?
Oh, I can hear them charging about downstairs as I speak. They're on summer holidays at the moment. I'm in full survival mode of trying to get through it. But yeah, love them to bits, but they're testing. They're all right. They're good kids, but working at home while they're here all day isn't the easiest. But yeah.
So one of the challenges we have at Maoni, where Paula is our CEO, is to have the company operate around her being a mother. And she carries a lot of guilt because she has to take her kids to school or do this or cook or that. And she often feels guilty by the burden of motherhood in the workplace that we've created in the world. Yeah. So a lot of other IT startups or companies working in the medical world, yeah, would not cater for that. Yeah. So when they said that they want to bring women into the organization, yeah, the women that are being brought into the organization have been conditioned to act like men in the sense of like working long hours, blah, 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 and neglecting the kids. Yeah, because a lot of fathers do that. They go off to work for many, many hours and then they come back, and that's the way it is. It has changed over the years. I know I'm being very stereotypical here, but it's just one of our internal challenges as an organization with Paula as well, to like, how do we actually transform the way that we work to support motherhood? Does that make sense? So you guys, your kids are on school holidays, you're starting your businesses, yep, or you're working in from home in an organization, and it has an impact.
My neighbour's got like a 5 and I want to say like 5 and I don't know, fucking 8. Lovely kids, you know. But I was in the garden the other day and I was like, they not at school. I don't think they're at school. And I was like, oh my God, it's the summer holidays. I was like, how is that gonna like materialize in my life now? Like how are we gonna manage these holidays and all this sort of stuff? So yeah, it got me thinking actually. It's funny you say that, Andrew, to be fair.
Yeah. I'm quite thankful. My wife's a school teacher, so she has the holidays off as well. So from looking after them, she's got it taken care of, but it still doesn't mean the house is.
Mm,
There's noise around, yeah, all the time.
yeah, I can imagine.
When I was working at JP Morgan in investment banking as an IT person, you can only fix the computers on the weekends when people aren't there. And then you've got to fix them during the day when people are there, because so basically I just work all the time. And then in my marriage, my wife would say, well, when am I going to see you? When am I going to see you? And I kept saying, yeah, it's going to finish, it's going to finish, it's going to finish. And then when it did finish and I came home to start my own practice, she was there all the time saying, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? And it became very difficult for me to adjust to that environment. And it became difficult for her because she thought, well, I'm at home now. You know, I work for her. Yeah, and we ended up getting divorced 3 years later. But there were also kind of marriage problems as well that started to come to the surface once I stopped the work, because we would justify the work. Oh, it'll be better when this. Yeah. So a lot of marriages will say, oh, when the kids leave home or leave school, then we'll be able to we'll be able to get back together and work on our stuff. Let's just get the kids through school. And then that's called empty nest syndrome. Yeah, because the parents have lost themselves because they've just been parents. So where am I going with this? Maintain your relationship, Ross. I guess that's kind of, in fact, I'll tell you what's going on for me. When you went all gushy like that, yeah, about your daughter, that's a compliment, by the way, Ross. Yeah.
Oh,
For
thanks.
me, it made me realize,
Mm,
fuck, how much of my life did I waste just by fucking being in the machine?
mm.
Ross, that really was a compliment, huh?
Yeah. No, I'll take it as a
Yeah.
compliment.
And there was a little bit, not really, wasn't really envy, but maybe. But it's just like, it was so nice to see you go, oh, my daughter, and like your whole physique, and then you got up and you showed
Mm,
yeah,
yeah, she's fucking great.
yeah. Okay. Should we take a 5-minute break?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
See you in 5.
Yeah.
Yep, said a bit.
Sorry, I'll be 2 minutes. I've just brought the wrong top-up medication downstairs.
Relax.
2 minutes.
So good. I've got to get more board markers and more colors. I don't know what's happened to them, but I've only got red and blue. Ross, I really meant that as a compliment, huh?
No, I took it as a compliment though. Honestly,
Yeah,
don't worry
good.
about it. Seriously,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good, good. Right, let's start the check-in. I just phoned my mum and said, "Mum, I'm coming down. Can I come down?" She goes, "No." I said, "Mum, what do you mean I can't come?" She said, "No, I'm only joking. Of course you can come." So I'm going down to my mum after this. She's down on the seaside. I just thought, fuck, what am I doing in this little stuck here in
Yeah,
London? Like, let
sounds
me
like a
get
good
out.
idea.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that now. I'll tag you, Ross.
Yeah, yeah, feeling great. Yeah, it's nice to obviously speak to other sort of professionals as well. I know people in the previous on a Tuesday, David, like obviously people are headed in that direction, but that's nice to speak to fellow professionals and be inspired. Yeah, so yeah, doing good. Thanks. Pass on to Andrew.
Yeah, cheers, Ross. Yeah, doing really well. It's good to meet you, Ross, and then hear a bit about where you're at the moment and things. Just enjoyed today overall. It's been a good day. And I'll tag Ruth.
I'm good, Tam. Distracted, but okay. It's lovely to meet you, Ross. David, I'll tag you.
Cool. All right, so I just want to put one, while we're on this topic, I just want to draw one more framework and then we'll open it up. Yeah, and it's around the education and the qualification side of things. So we've got known and unknown, yeah, structured and unstructured. And organizations, yeah, they like to work in this area. Yeah, they want to know what's the curriculum, yeah, and what's the structure. Yep. So what are the learning outcomes? And if you have owner training, what you will learn on this is this and blah blah blah. You guys mind muting? There's background noise coming in somewhere. How's that? Hello? I think it's you, Ruth.
There's nobody here.
Yeah, no, I just think it's feedback from my voice. So okay. So if you go and sell coaching to an HR organization in the corporate, they're going to want to look at it like this. Yep. So when people ask me what we're going to do, I say, oh, well, I've no idea. We're going to make it up as we go along. Yeah, we're going to check in and build. Well, what's your curriculum? I don't know. We'll find out. We see what emerges. Well, how much does it cost? Well, it costs this, but what are we going to get out of it? Well, I don't know. We'll find out when we're there. Yeah. And that is the sell. Yeah. And it's a very hard sell because people want to know, oh, what's return on investment? And at what level is it? And yeah. And actually what we do is we partner with the organization and we use these tools and we start to move towards a place over time where we're in the center. And then we can say, well, we know what they've done. They've attended 40, 60, 80, 120 hours, whatever. This is what they've learned. Creating the container, continuums, the system, the 4Q leadership model, creating a container, that sort of stuff. So they know how to do it. There's a structure to it, but we don't know what the outcome's going to be in the organization. So I'm going to use Epic as an example. Yeah. When Sharon went to Epic to say, can we get some money for David and his training? Yep. I rocked up with them at a hotel in Newcastle. Yeah, we sat in a room and I said, okay, well, what are we fucking going to talk about? This is what we got. And it was like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And now, you guys are at a position where you're a very stable company that's changed its name and is a big player in the industry. And that was like 4 years ago. Where am I? Yeah, 4 years ago in November. 5 years in November. Yeah. Like we don't know, but it is an incredibly hard thing to try and sell and tell people. Especially when people want to go this direction. When they want even less structure and unknown. Okay. So Ross, tell us about your practice. Tell us about your office, your phone number, your website, You'll need to unmute if possible.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, the company's called Jigsaw Recovery, and it's mainly targeting like people that work offshore for now. Sort of working professionals in the industries that I've kind of worked in. So like hospitality industry and like the CPR industry especially. And yeah, I'm gonna tailor plans to individuals. Some people may need just a one-off chat. Some people may need like a 12-week program. So got to kind of tailor it to people's needs as they go along. And yeah, for the future, I've got an office over the road from where I live, like a 5 minute walk away. So a lot of my clients will be online around the world, different time zones, so I can get in there 24/7, no problem. So I'm looking forward to getting going. Well, I've got going, but getting the traction, getting the clients. And yeah, bring my own personality into it, bring my own sort of lived experience into it, especially like what Andrew said before, goes a long way.
What did Andrew say before?
Well, he talked about being sort of like proud of and using your lived experience to kind of propel you in this career in this sort of space of recovery, whether you've got the qualifications seen as in sort of the mainstream society or not, you still have value, still more value in some ways, I suppose. But at the same time, not disregarding kind of health professionals' advice or sort of their experience because they bring so much to the table. I've used those guys throughout my life, and yeah, grateful for it for sure. But yeah, I don't know if I've gone off track a little bit there, but yeah, that's what Jigsaw Recovery is and sort of the direction that I'm going in. I want to create sort of online courses as well in the future, like recovery courses, recovery content for people to access as and when they can. Yeah, so future's bright. I'm a chef as well. I've got to say that. So I'm like a professional chef who's got tons of experience. So I want to kind of bring that into it as well, and help people understand sort of the relation through like recovery and food, and sort of the different vitamins and sort of chemicals within food that can, I don't know, like repair the body from years of abuse, whatever that may have been. Yeah, so using sort of my professional chef experience and travel and whatnot, and bringing that sort of into the recovery space. Yeah, what we're doing. Yeah.
Andrew, Ruth, you got any questions for him?
Yeah. How are you going to attempt to gain traction and get your business going to the next stage?
Great
Yeah,
question.
so great question. Yeah, great question. So I obviously need to like build from the ground up. Really, I need to get a website. I've got lots of notes, and in my mind I know where I'm going and who I need to speak to, but I kind of need to get some sort of solid foundation there. So website, I need bank account, literally the basics of people being able to get in contact with me being able to take payment for from the clients, and pay my bills, so that all the basics kind of need to be put into place from the ground up. But my sort of way of thinking is I'm going to contact the management or like the companies that are in and around sort of the yachting industry, in and around sort of the hospitality industry, and just reach out to people, let people know my services, and yeah, hopefully people will need it and can see value in it, and yeah, choose me to aid them in their recovery, whatever that may be, Yeah. To
Sorry.
answer your question, really, or to answer your question,
Yeah.
is that all right? Yeah.
Are you on LinkedIn, Ross?
Not on LinkedIn, though. Not
Get
on
on
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, right?
Yeah,
Seriously.
no.
No, honestly, get on LinkedIn. And because I've got a few influential people, the amount of influential people I've got on my list now is crazy. And I'm actually making connections that way. And
Yeah.
I just message random people who are associated with what I'm trying to do. And it's working so far. Fingers crossed it continues, but honestly, give it a bash.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's on my list. LinkedIn. I do want to kind of keep things a bit simple. I don't really want to get sucked into kind of having, 10 different social media. So I kind of want to keep it simple. But LinkedIn's definitely on my list of things to grow, and like connect with people. I know it definitely is a good source, a resource source for sure.
I only joined, I think it was in March, and I'm already nearly at 1,000 connections, and every single one of them, somebody who's quite high up in everything in the organisation, simply by, luckily I already had David, and I had another David, and another David, 3 Davids.
All the
who were all
Davids.
quite influential in their field, so
helps.
it
Yeah.
does.
Well, that's great. That's good to know. I appreciate that. Yeah. And even that lady this morning, the counsellor on the same floor as me, she was like, I've actually got like 2 people that she didn't obviously mention anything, but she just said that you might like fit into like the program that I'm doing with them to help them with whatever she's helping them with, who knows. But yeah, it's interesting. As soon as you start talking to people, letting people know who you are, what you're about, yeah, the traction does seem to pick up.
So my main area of lived experience is ADHD. Although I'm doing neurodevelopment because I'm a mother of an autistic and dyspraxic girls as well. But ADHD is my forte, and I've like looked into the links between it as well. And obviously, the reason why I know David is because I used to work for a recovery charity, and there's a massive link between ADHD and addiction. So I'm looking at building it with people who are in recovery as well. and just getting into those same spaces where there's an overlap also beneficial.
So
Sounds
what I
amazing.
would say about LinkedIn as a social media place, they're very much in this area. Very kind of structured and known, and it's like we're here for business, professional networking, build up connections with other professionals. Huh?
You're breaking up.
Oh, sorry. So I would support Ruth's suggestion. Yeah, it's just kind of get on there in a personally. Yeah, because I'm down here. When I post in LinkedIn, it's over there. It evokes immense anxiety in me because I think all those fucking people are judging me.
Yeah.
I become like that kid in the psychiatrist's office at 12 years old. And then I'll make a post and I'll say something like, okay, I'll see you all next Tuesday for my class. Where actually I'm kind of calling them and I really get like Ruth was like fucking playing on the chair in the TikTok. It triggers that stuff inside me. Because there's some sort of thinking like, I think I must be like that. And I worked in the corporate environment for 20 years. I mean, that was a lot of fucking masking. A lot. Fuck, and then when I took off the mask, I went through a crisis. Like, fuck, who am I now?
Yeah.
Sorry, Ross, carry on.
Well, I think the corporate world is I think it's waking up a little bit, you know. I think fitness has helped. A lot of people in the corporate world, you know, into fitness, aren't they? You know, doing their ice baths and maybe like doing some, I don't know, some retreats, you know, like of some category, whatever that may be. But I do think there's definitely noticeable change in the world with regards to sort of people just being more open. So whatever experience somebody's got, whether it's on a piece of fucking paper or not, you know. Social media's helped, I think, you know. Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate the advice with LinkedIn, you know. I did know what it was about, and it was definitely something that I want to obviously open up, and it's going to be a great tool for the business and for me and meeting like-minded people. Yeah, I don't really know how does it work though? Like you follow people, like you like, you know, like you want to be linked up with like-minded people, but like can people just follow you and randomly follow you, or what? How's that work?
Yeah, people can just follow you, but you can also connect with people.
Okay.
So I've connected, like I've just been cheeky and just connected with, if it pops up because you connected with this person, you might know this person. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm going to connect with you as well. As long as it's in the space that I want to be working in. So like I said, because I'm working within neurodiversity and I've looked at all the different links with ADHD, so ADHD and addiction, the LGBTQ community, recovery, everything that's linked with it. I've made sure that our probation as well in the prison service, domestic abuse. Honestly, the prevalence of it is incredible. So I've made sure that I've only connected with people that are within my remit, kind of what I want to work within. So just do the same thing.
So Ross,
And
your
just once you
homework is to create a LinkedIn profile and to connect to myself, Ruth, and Andrew.
Yeah.
And let's see where it goes.
Yeah. But like you connect, but like, do you have to say something? Do you have to send somebody like an invitation, or do you like send
Well,
some
connect with
a
me and
message,
say
and you just
fuck
press it.
off, and then I'll say fuck you too.
It's a bit like Facebook, but for the professional world. So rather than sending a friend request, you're sending a connection request.
Yeah, okay,
Just a click of a button. Yeah.
cool. And what, you can be private or not? Like, you know, you can be private on social medias. Can you be private on LinkedIn where you have to accept somebody's connection, or can you just accept? So you
No,
just connect.
whether you're public or whether you're private, you still have to accept that connection request.
Oh, okay.
And I would say probably personally experienced being a public profile when you're setting up is the best way to go forward, because you'll be more in the algorithm, you'll get seen more.
Oh, okay. Public profile. To be fair, I haven't really got time to be creating some sort of like personal, like personal like space. It needs to be professional, and that needs to be kept professional for a while. I'll just fucking end up scrolling through loads of shit.
Honestly, I'm just myself on LinkedIn. Don't be somebody that you're not.
Profile.
Be authentic.
Profile. Okay. Public profile. Wait.
What's your surname, Ross?
McGibbon.
That's right. Gibbon.
Gibbon.
Yeah.
McGibbon. CEO of Jigsaw Recovery.
Yeah.
Or founder,
Founder.
director, whatever. Okay, so that's your
Homework, yeah.
next week. Good. Andrew, let's move to you. What's your homework for next week? What's your next step?
Next step. I had some homework from earlier. Don't,
What was that? Did I forget it?
He's scratching
yeah,
his chin.
I'm trying to think. Is it worth adding to my workload with me going on annual leave next week, David? I don't know.
Okay, so let's talk about your annual leave. Yep. What's your homework for your annual leave?
To give myself a break. I need a break. Yeah.
And what does that look like?
Getting away from the computer screen for a start.
Great.
So that's one, and just giving myself time with my family, feeling like I can switch off from coaching for a while. I've done a hell of a lot this year, basically, and I need to just switch off before I feel like I'm getting complacent. Well, not complacent, but feel like I'm going through the motions as such. So I need the break to reinvigorate, to then go back feeling like I want to do it again. Yeah.
Sounds like great homework. Good luck with that one.
Yeah. Thank you.
It is great homework.
That is the best homework I've ever heard of.
It's
Yeah,
something I do terribly going on holidays. It's like, fuck, what's
Good for
going to
you, man.
happen? Am I taking time off? Oh, wow.
No, it's nice. Holidays, good.
Yeah. I feel ready for it.
Okay. Any questions for Andrew from Ruth or Ross?
No, but just enjoy yourself, Andrew. Just have a really good annual leave.
Cheers, Ruth. I will do. Will do.
Yeah. Cheers.
Okay. So Ruth, let's move to you.
Hi. My homework is to remember my medication, first of all. That would be really helpful so that I can actually concentrate and focus. But my homework, I don't know if it's applicable, but I really need to get this stuff in my head sorted and written so that I can apply for some funding before it closes in 5 days' time. It's quite a lot. And mixed with being a parent and shit, sorry. My alarm. So yeah, that's my homework, I think. Oh, David's frozen.
No, I'm here. I'm just
Meditating.
I'm just thinking, should we wrap the call up here or should we push through half an hour? I'm thinking I want to wrap this up, actually, personally.
Yeah.
So that I said.
Sometimes less is more, David, you know? It's like seasoning, you know, you can always add a little bit more, but you can never Take it away.
I fucking love your metaphors, Ross. It's so good. It is. It
It's
is.
so, man.
So, Ross, when you go out there and you price your work, yeah, go
Mm.
in high because you can always cut it down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's great
Not
advice.
like me, I go in low and then I try and get more. Yeah. So don't do what I do.
Oh man,
When I get
no.
Paresh on your team, didn't you?
No,
Paresh, did
Paresh
he
is
come to these ones? I've not seen Paresh for ages.
no,
He
no,
graduated and I never saw him again.
no, he hasn't graduated. He's I've taken it off. But he's done the peer recovery. He's moved into the recovery coaching. Has he ever been on this one? I don't think he has.
I haven't seen him.
No, no,
No,
no, he's
no.
not.
I've
He's
not
not.
seen him for ages.
But he'll
Cool.
come onto this soon, and then he'll fucking work it all with you. So he's coming in to chase the money, to put me in my place. Okay. One of the strangest thing from this morning's call was somebody didn't trust the training because it was too cheap.
Hmm.
Yeah, they was like,
It's,
oh fuck, that's something I didn't see before.
it's a fucking great point. Yeah. Sometimes I look at things like, especially ingredients, for me personally, anyway, I'm thinking, too cheap. It can't, you know what I mean? It's got to be like full of like emulsifiers and, you
Hmm.
know, like bulking agents and stuff like that. I think, no, I'm not fucking touching that. No way you can make a pizza for like 99p that's like good for you. It's like, no way. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I can't do that. Yeah. Anyway.
It's too good to be true, isn't it? Sometimes when you see it at that price, yeah.
Mm. Yeah. My
So
missus bought a bracelet online and it came and it was like this like gold bracelet. She was like going on about it. She, oh, so cheap. It's like, it came with a baby's bracelet. It was literally like this tiny little bracelet. I was like, no wonder it was so cheap. Oh, so funny. People just get sucked in. It happens. Yeah.
To start seeing your course on Temu, David. That'd be the one.
Yeah. How to navigate Temu without getting ripped off.
fuck, that's the thing. Once you sign up for them, like the fucking emails you get and the SMSs, and it's like, bloody hell.
Mm,
All right, let's check
scary.
out. Let's end it
Mm.
here. Will we see you next week, Andrew? No.
Afternoon, probably. Yeah, next week. I'll do. I won't be doing the morning, but I'll be in the afternoon.
Okay, but if you're on holiday, we don't want to see you.
Fine. I won't take that personally. Yeah, I might. I think I'm going to do the afternoon in one of the 2 weeks I've got off. Um, I'll see how it goes. If I'm doing
Yeah,
something else, I won't.
so
Yeah,
you decide, mate. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
the training's been specifically designed, yeah, to be in this area,
yeah.
yeah, and it's fucking hard to try and keep it in this area,
Mm,
but
yeah,
it is effective.
definitely. Yeah. I'll see
All
what I'm
right, I
doing.
check out with a lot of joy, and I'm going to my mum.
Oh yeah, enjoy the seaside.
Enjoy.
Gonna go for a dip.
No, Ross, how are you checking out?
Yeah, checking out. Very grateful for everyone's time today. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to setting up my LinkedIn, connecting with like-minded people, and seeing everybody next week.
Excellent.
I'll pass on to Andrew.
Cheers, Ross. And yeah, I'll look out for your LinkedIn request and enjoy your time with your mum, David. And yeah, I'm checking out as grateful and looking forward to next week. And I will take Ruth.
Thank you. I'm actually a bit paranoid, David, because when I was starting talking, that was it. You were like, should we check out now? Was it something I said? It was like, you just looked fuming. And then you were like, we're going to check out now. So I was like, oh, shit. But otherwise, yeah, I'm good. Thank you. And thank you for being understanding with my bit nutsiness today. And thank you to Ross and Andrew for putting up with me as well.
Mhm.
Okay, so just to speak to that, no, it wasn't your paranoia, but I did get a bit paranoid thinking, fuck, is it okay to check out early? Whoa, fucking. So I was caught in my own self-centered shit. All right, everyone. I'll see you soon.
Take
Take
care.
care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks.
Enjoy your time off.
Bye.
Bye.
I was in. Oh, fine. I was going to
Um,
say, is everyone all right? I was going to say, is everyone all right with the recording? But I'm just going to assume it was.
They'll have to be now, won't they? Enjoy your mums, David.
Thanks. Bye.
Take care. Bye.